I should have. Hang on. Yep. I should be coming online at some point. Are we? What's happening here? And we are streaming, and that means I am back online, right? Sitting here, yes. Okay. And oops. Everything is good. So I got poked, and I'm in imaginary pain here. So okay, let's get this going. Start driving. I have already 2 viewers. Awesome. Thank you. The chat is on too. If actually, let me test this real quick, if this works. Hello. Does it actually send something out? Does this come over here? I don't know. It should be relayed to. Oh no, I think it will not. This way around, I will see messages. Let's say hello. And I'm not left-handed, so. Oh yeah, it comes up here. Awesome. And then let me see if the same happens on here. And it actually shows up here. Okay. Hello. Hello. Isn't it awesome how an old man can be excited about something that is happening? Sweet. Okay, so it means I do see messages. Awesome. When they come in from both sides. Cool. All right. So I don't really need this. And off we go. Start driving. Hopefully we don't hit the curb. Nope. And the washer just came on for the camera in the front. Let me see if I can bring this up. Don't really see anything, but I did hear the pump. Okay. Alrighty, back to the place where I just came from. And we can go. And let me still turn on my hotspot to blend in. So I have multiple connections as usual. Um, and so I'm kind of, blending them all together with a software named Speedify. So right now I'm wirelessly connected to the Starlink as well as with an Ethernet cable. So it's going back and forth here with this yellow blinking light every time it blinks. It's like, a little bit of a break step. Okay, so that's done. And off we go. It's pretty much the same way that I came, I would think so. So a little bit of interstate. Let me see real quick. Sorry. Yeah, a little bit of interstate, a little bit of everything here. Parking, red lights, red fish, blue fish, yellow lights. Yeah, let me get my. Oh, I need to check my sound. I didn't. Am I saying something? Yep. Check the sound. and it was good. Checked the sound and it was good. So we need to go straight. Oh, wow. The last thing that I saw was that this utility truck was actually in this lane that I went into. And I was kind of a bit, like, why is it going over with the truck being in this lane? But the truck went into the left turning lane, so there was room for us to go. No need to panic. No need to panic. So, yeah, again, those are, I'm just running some tests here. That's why, just use this minute going to the medical appointment um, to just quickly test before I go on that long run of 2,200 miles and a bit more to California. And I'm trying to stream something and it doesn't really work as I'm anticipating it. So therefore, that's what I'm trying to do here. Just be assured that everything is in order and I'm good to go. There's a small airplane, but it's high enough. It's not coming down here. Not sure if you can see that. Should be able to. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, just want to button up things here to be reassured that the recording works. Make my calculations on how much disk space I need in order to record everything. I have 4 terabytes of disk space on my computer, but I'm also recording 2 cameras separately. I'm recording the roof camera as it is and the cabin camera. And usually I'm doing this with 4K, but now I'm just doing it with 1080 because it's just too big of a file that is being created for each of those. Oh, look at this. Do not block intersection. So awesome. Um, this is what happens. Okay, so sorry about this. I forgot to charge my wireless microphone, and of course, it died. I have a cable now attached to it to keep it charging, which I did on the way over to the appointment, but I unplugged it and it was still on. So, yep, it died. Sorry, but I'm back again now. And that's where the chat would be awesome of somebody telling me, hey, there's no sound. But some of you guys may even be at work and just watch this without listening to it, or not even watching it at all. That's another opportunity. So here we are. That's why it is really necessary to kind of monitor everything here. So I have to remind myself to be on point and check everything that I can. Speedify, my microphone, cameras, the battery for the cameras. The cameras are actually charging. They have USB charging cables connected, but for whatever reason, the roof camera seems to have some issues. It may be because it's exposed to the sun more, so that the battery is not as good anymore, but I ordered some batteries. Again, I don't need the batteries, but there is an issue with the media mod. If there's, I don't know, I haven't tried, you know, using the media mod without a battery, so there is no need for charging the camera. Actually, I need to test this before I leave, because this whole drained battery thing is really dumb. Because if there's power to the camera, why does it even need a battery? Why does the battery need to be charged or so? I have been I have been using GoPros connected to a external USB-C connection, power connection, and was able to record with it without having a battery inside. So I need to check on that. That might be a good thing. So here we are, just about to make a left turn. You see a lot of FedEx here in this area, a lot of Amazon. They have centers here, like really right where I live, about 2 or 3 miles away, is a big Amazon and FedEx center. So I'm seeing FedEx and Amazon trucks all day long. So yeah, here we are, green. I'm in the hurry profile. I don't want to overdo it at this point. Mad Max sometimes is really gunning it. So let's see if it's still streaming here under the bridge. If the mobile hotspot blended in, and I'm watching it now on the iPhone. It seems to be. Yep, that's how it needs to be. Seamless. That's what we want. So on this road, there's sometimes police measuring the speed, and it is just, well, there's one Georgia patrol officer. I'm seeing them. So I'm keeping it in hurry. I may even switch to standard. I haven't seen police out when I came this way, but nevertheless, I do not need a ticket. Don't need a ticket. Amazing. There's some homes in here in those trees that are empty, abandoned. I don't really see anybody in there, but nevertheless, they may belong to somebody. So that white car behind me that is coming in a second, perhaps on the right hand side, going around me, he is very pushy. So here he goes. A Dodge Charger, pretty fast car. Again, I don't blame them because I'm just hogging here in the left lane, driving the speed limit more or less. And if they want to go faster, it should get out of the way, um, but it doesn't. So still a problem. That would be something, Tesla AI, if you get this, dialed in, so that if there is somebody behind the car and you driving like this, um, see, I would have gone in the right lane now, but nevertheless, he ran the light. So um, it would be nice to just make room for people that want to go faster. Don't obstruct traffic in a way. Not necessary. I have to say this restream seems to work way better than streaming directly to X. I'm not really sure why, but in my last streams I didn't really have that clear of a video most of the times. But then again, I'm using Speedify now as well, which actually, let me make a screenshot so you guys can see this later. So yeah, it's not bad. So here's the thing, I'm gonna go over into the right lane because it's just 2 miles and I don't want to be in this left lane. This is a bad behavior that was being learned from drivers. Well, here we go. It goes back. Not a bad idea though, but let's see. Again, it's me signaling to go into the right lane. And I'm signaling and I'm signaling and I'm not going over. Come on. Makes me look like somebody who's learning how to drive here. Crazy. Yeah, there are a few things that I need to still sort out here on my OBS software, because it's possible to see that interface of Restream directly there, but once you close those windows, I don't know how you get them back. I don't want to try while driving here, but for whatever reason, I closed one and I don't know how to get it back. And it's probably very simple, but not something I want to figure out while driving. So, World Language Academy. Okay, cool. I just turned the cooled seat on, and my T-shirt was sliding up in the back, so there is some area right above my belt line that is just skin, and it's blowing like really cold onto it. So it's kind of funny. Um, Still 7 minutes of a drive, 4 miles practically, and then I'm getting back to where I live, and I will then just basically end the stream. So that's what's going to happen. And then I need to get on with my work. I already have been contacted and need to respond. So yeah. I'm just looking left and right. There's so much trash laying around and people dump things. It's just a mess. I don't understand. There's a dog. No, that was a bird. Okay. Just looked like a dog. Those are all things you get to see when you are not having to drive yourself. So if I would drive myself, I would mainly look straight ahead and just kind of glimpse real quick over to the side. But there's never really a moment where you can kind of turn your head and really look over to the side and check something out and say, hmm. So it makes a road trip more like a passenger now, and allows you to see the cool things that you can see left and right. So that's an awesome thing. I like it. Yeah. One thing I still, here's the thing. I don't listen to music that much anymore in the car. I used to be a professional musician, and I was being hammered with loud music, being on stage, playing in front of 10,000 people, and have a PA system, even the PA system for the stage, basically. And, after gigs, I just tried to calm down in some way with all the noise that you had. And I listened to music in the car quite often, and I had like a super awesome sound system. I spent extra money for subwoofers, for amplifiers, and for equalizers and whatnot. I had this all in my car. Excuse me. But now I have come to the point where I just like to have it quiet. And so while I'm going somewhere, I can go from here to California and not listen to any song on the radio, on streaming platforms or whatever, and I'm gonna be fine. I know some people will just be, their mind will be blown. They will say, "What? I cannot imagine going even 2 miles without music." But nevertheless, I do not. So I was thinking while streaming. So are we stop? No, they stop. Okay. Um, while I'm streaming, there will be quite a lot of moments where I'm not saying anything because it's impossible for me to talk non-stop. Well, I guess I can, but to talk non-stop for like 12 hours on a road trip or so. And so I was thinking maybe to kind of underlay the fact that it is, you know, there is audio or so, to have some music playing, but then again, I don't really know. Now, X doesn't really matter, I think so, with copyright, which should be an issue too, actually. It shouldn't be like this. But with YouTube, I know they will, there will be an issue with a live stream and music. I don't know. I have to look into that. And if not, I could just, no, I don't want to download any copy-free music and then just play that in a loop. That doesn't make any sense. Nope, I'm not going to do that. So if you want to listen to music while you're watching a live stream, just put on your own jam. You know, it's kind of whatever you like. That's what you are. That was good in order to not block the intersection. So let's see how this works here. Um, put on your own music and just, you know, play it alongside, I guess. If that's not entertaining enough, I don't know. This is Georgia, by the way. There is no real other way to get out of the left and right area here than going on this road. Everything ends up in a cul-de-sac. Everything ends up in a dead-end road. So everybody who is somewhere needs to come to a main road. Sorry, I'm just looking at traffic here. People doing all crazy stuff. People need to go onto a main road, and and then the traffic light doesn't really help either. So there wasn't really anything. It was just green for like 2 seconds. So yeah, it it's almost like you shooting yourself in the foot here in Georgia. Everybody just needs to get onto a handful of roads in order to go where they want to go. And for instance, in LA or so, or other cities, you have a grid system where you can just go on a parallel road. You can't do this here. Not much. I mean, there are some areas where you can, maybe in the downtown area of Atlanta, but everything around, you know, outside of 285 for sure is no grid system. Even inside of 285, which is called the perimeter, still not good. So watch this. Green, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Okay, go. So now it might even switch now while we underneath of it. Still green. Mm-mm-mm. Alrighty, guys. So I'm basically here. I will come to an end here with the stream. Thanks so much for tuning in. I see you around the next time.